Muster the Rohirrim. At least I would say that if I was actually looking forward to this. So this chick right here, Hera, who didn't have a role to play really during the war, the War of the Rohirrim, uh, is now all of a sudden getting a role. And of course, can I help you? Can I help you? Are you gonna come over? Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, down there, and then you jump up. Come on. What? Come on. Dude, you're almost like 10. You're not stupid. There we go. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Mwah. I love you. Say hello, Sam. Hey, Sam, say hello. Yeah. Say hello. Yeah, you're a very good boy. You're a very good boy. And he just loves getting in the way of when I'm trying to make videos. Him and Roxas both. What? Yeah. Yeah, you're a very good boy. What? Wait, what was that? I don't know what's on my hand. I mean, might be soap from the bathroom that he was smelling because I went in there, went to the bathroom, and washed my hands. I don't know. Maybe the soap. He doesn't sound like it. Sounds like he didn't like it. He was like, "Rrr." So maybe the soap doesn't smell very good to him. But yeah. So this chick had no role to play whatsoever, and all of a sudden they're gonna make this animation, and she's going to be the leader of an all-female group to help her father in the fight. Because of course we need a strong, powerful woman. So when J.R.R. Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings and he wrote Arwen and Galadriel and Eowyn, he didn't sit there and think, you know what we need? Some girl bosses. No, he just wrote just naturally strong women. Nowadays, they're taking characters that didn't even do anything. You're like, oh, we're gonna make them girl bosses now. Make them the leader of an all-female group of warriors, and they're gonna usher in this victory for her father because they're strong and independent. Anyway, epic fantasy author John A. Douglas trashes The Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim, origins for Hera. Um, Epic fantasy author John A. Douglas trashed the origin of Hera that Warner Brothers is using in the Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim. Man, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know. He just likes to do things. He just likes to get in the stuff and get in the way. Um, a companion book for the film was released and provides the origin of Hera, the original character for the film, who is also the main protagonist. The main protagonist. The origin states, at just 19 summers, Hera is the youngest of Helm Hammerhand's three children and the only girl. As the daughter of a noble line, she is a valuable pawn in the game of king making and of building alliances, and seems destined for a life as a wife of a Gondorian princeling, but whose children will know nothing of Rohan's ways. Or Rohan. It continues, born under a harvest moon. Her life was all too soon marked by tragedy when her mother died in childbirth. God. Ah, such an annoying little bastard sometimes. Now where was I? Died in childbirth. The princess was raised alongside her two brothers by a warrior king and could ride before she could walk. Becoming one of the fastest riders in the kingdom, because of course. As a young girl, she became friends with Wolf, the son of Lord Fricka of the West March, and the two often played at fighting. teasing and laughing with each other. Hera is now a young woman and skilled with a sword. Wild, adventurous, and carefree. Hera knows her own mind and Hera knows her own mind and will not allow her life to be planned for her for whatever the reason. She is more likely to be found wearing riding clothes than though when summoned to attend her father's council. I'm sorry, I'm like looking at it. It's just, again, it's like they're intentionally going out of their way to give this to a character that had no role to play. You know, it's like I said, when J.R.R. Tolkien wrote Eowyn, he didn't think, oh yeah, let's make a badass bitch who is just really cool and, you know, was really strong and independent. And no, he just wrote what felt natural. He didn't force it. He didn't intentionally write it. He's just like, okay, this is how I'm going to write her. But uh councils and Meduseld, uh he will be persuaded into a long gown with ribbons to tie back her unruly long red hair. Douglas, the author of The Black Crown, trashed the origin and description, writing on Twitter, some art of the War Rohirrim companion book got released, and yeesh. And yeesh needs more cowbell. It might be the most cliched she's not like other girls origin I've ever read. He added basic bitch girl boss romanticy, lead character energy. Just bleeds Tolkien, doesn't it? At least when he wrote Eowyn's arc, it was novel at the time. Yeah, again, this he just did what he felt was good. You know, he realized that he did want strong females, but he didn't make them over the top or anything like that. They were very down to earth, and you know, it's like Arwen, strong female, you know, elf, and yet she had no problem being very sensitive and open and, you know, vulnerable, and she wasn't just a boss bitch all the time. Same thing with Eowyn or Galadriel. Like Galadriel just oozed sophistication and beauty and strength, even though she didn't have to do anything. Her just coming into you. As soon as you saw her, you knew everything you needed to know. You knew this was a woman of power. She didn't have to say or do anything, just the radiance and the light coming off of this woman. You knew she was strong. You know, she didn't have to do any, you know, fighting with Numenorians or anything like that. You just knew. But no, it's like, oh no, now we need girl bosses that are out there and just, can we just write like good females again? Make females great again. That's what we want. Lord of the Rings, movies, games, TV shows. We want good women who are very attractive, who are strong. That's not that hard. I don't think it's very hard at all. We just want good, beautiful, well-written women. Not ones who look like Rosie O'Donnell. That woman is a pig. Sorry. I'll stop. I'll stop. Um yeah, Eowyn was novel of the time. As Douglas rhetorically notes, this description is nothing like what Tolkien would write, and certainly has nothing to do with what he actually wrote in the appendix of Lord of the Rings. This is what Tolkien wrote of Helm Hammerhand's unnamed daughter. One of these councils, Frisia rode with many men, and he asked the hand of Helm's daughter for his son Wolf. That is it. She is not mentioned again. So again, she's going from someone who had nothing to do with the story to, oh, I'm a strong and powerful female, and I've got a bunch of women behind me who are just as strong, and we've got a band of women who are gonna fight for Rohan, and it's like, why? She's never mentioned again, and then she slowly faded off into the sunset. While the unnamed daughter is never mentioned again, the request for marriage does play a central part in the role over of the overall story that leads to the into Wolf invading Rohan. And Tolkien details that this invasion of Rohan is preceded by a confrontation between Helm Hammerhand and Frisha. Frisha asks for Helm's daughter in marriage to his son Wolf. Hammerhand rejects it and calls him fat. He responds saying, "Old kings that refuse a proffered staff may fall on their knees." The two then participate in the king's council. However, after it is concluded, Hammerhand confronts Frisha, rebukes him for his words of rebellion, and kills him with a single punch. He then declares Frisha's son Wolf and his men enemies of the king. You know, great. Like back in the old days, medieval times, you know. 4 years after the confrontation at Rohan, it is invaded by Dunlendings led Dundelings. God. Dunlendings led by Wolf. They were joined by enemies of Gondor that landed in the mouths of Lefnui and Isen. Not Isen, it's Isen. Yeah, it's stupid. The fact that they want to take a character once again that really didn't do anything and make her into a boss bitch because, you know, modern day, you know, it's just so tiresome. It really is. It really is freaking tiresome at this point. Because it's like they don't know how to write real feminine characters apart from, oh, we need to make them badass. You do know you can have traditional feminine women, right? I know, bold new concept here, but it's okay. It's okay to have just a traditional feminine woman. If she didn't do anything in the story, then no point changing her to where she's in charge of a band of women who they're all warriors and this and just. But anyway, what are you gonna do? Like I've said before, as long as there's just like one person who supports this, they're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep doing it. But anyway, that's gonna do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.